And welcome to This Is Now. Delivering on a campaign promise, President Trump unveiled his long-awaited plan for new tariffs on imported goods. He made the announcement during a White House ceremony this morning. Julie Sirkin has the details from Washington.
Liberation Day.
It's Liberation Day, according to President Trump.
It's our declaration of economic independence.
Unveiling the largest tariff package in generations.
Instituting reciprocal tariffs on countries throughout the world. Reciprocal, that means they do it to us and we do it to them.
This is not Liberation Day, it's Recession Day in the United States of America. That's what the Trump tariffs are going to do.
The president has already imposed tariffs on U.S. allies Mexico and Canada, plus a 20% tax on goods imported from China. The leaders of Mexico and Canada are banding together, promising to boost trade between the two nations. And on Thursday, a new tax on all foreign-made cars and parts. Experts say expect prices to go up, anywhere from $5,000 to $15,000 on foreign cars and $3,000 to $8,000 for domestic brands.
We just bought a new car, so because we were thinking of all the tariffs and everything and how everything is going to go up.
I'm not really worried because I don't know how long they're going to be in place.
While Americans are bracing for the unknown, Democrats are pushing back.
But this is not about fentanyl. It's about tariffs. It's about a national sales tax on American families.
Today, forcing a vote on a bill to do away with the tariffs on Canada. Even some Republicans are on board, including those bordering our northern neighbor.
Maine also sends between $200 million and $400 million worth of lobster to Canada each year for processing.
Now, someone the president has had very good relations with is Elon Musk, the billionaire, remember, behind all of those layoffs and cuts across the federal government. Well, this afternoon, White House officials are confirming that President Trump told his cabinet that Musk would be leaving his government role within a matter of months. In Washington, Julie Sirkin, NBC News.
Back here at home, HPD says the second suspect involved in the Waikiki shootout turned himself in yesterday. Police tell us the 17-year-old was arrested, but later released pending further investigation. He was originally wanted for reckless endangering. Meanwhile, the other suspect involved has already been charged. Caselo Nithon was booked on reckless endangering and a firearms offense and is now on house arrest after posting $100,000 bail. Hawaii Island police have identified the victim of the violent early morning stabbing on Saturday as 81-year-old Lola Lobel of Hilo. The suspect, 30-year-old Keone Brown, is accused of killing her on Olu Street in Hilo. Brown is charged with second-degree murder and terroristic threatening because another neighbor says he also threatened to attack her. His bail is set at $2 million. Also on the Big Island, police have arrested a man after a violent robbery at an auto parts store in Hilo yesterday. The 34-year-old man is accused of waving a knife, threatening and injuring an employee who allegedly tried to stop him. Police say the employee saw the suspect place several items in his backpack and tried to leave without paying before confronting him. Officers later found the suspect at a nearby convenience store with what they believe is the same backpack. It's now in evidence while officers wait for a warrant. New court documents say the Maui doctor accused of trying to kill his wife on the Pali Lookout Trail also sexually abused and assaulted her over the last few months. A temporary restraining order says Gerhard Koenig accused his wife Ariel of having an affair, fueling extreme jealousy, and that they attended individual and couples therapy. A judge granted Ariel's TRO, which includes her, their children, family members, and their dog. Koenig allegedly tried to push Ariel off the trail and inject her with a syringe last week. Ariel says she grabbed the syringe and threw it out of reach. She adds that she bit him to defend herself.
So I think what bothers us is that this individual, this doctor, he is supposed to have the highest ethical standards in our community. We trust doctors. We feel that they will do no harm. And if we feel that they take this oath and they take this seriously, that they would not also harm their family members.
Koenig is charged with attempted murder and expected to enter a plea on Monday. Well, ever since Elon Musk has been in charge of cutting government spending, Teslas have become a target nationwide and here at home. Eddie Dowd explains.
While some people have been legally protesting Tesla CEO Elon Musk outside Waikiki's Tesla showroom, others are getting personal.
I have had a person chase me down actually once, just because I was driving a Tesla.
This Tesla owner says he doesn't side with President Trump and Musk, but he's not selling his car. Other owners may face pricey repairs. Last week, a woman was caught on camera appearing to key a Tesla on Waialae Avenue.
What many people don't realize is that Tesla vehicles have cameras on all sides that record even when no one's in the car, which means vandals are often caught on video.
At least 3 other Tesla vandals were caught on camera in Hawaii and posted on the Instagram page My Kailua. 1 in November at Windward Mall and 2 in one day last month.
2 came from the same guy who's a buddy of mine. So he was like, look what just happened to my car. This guy spit on my car. And then he goes, you're not going to believe this, but it happened an hour later at Target.
Trump's Justice Department recently said it would prosecute those who take violent action against Tesla, such as throwing Molotov cocktails. Charges could carry penalties from 5 to 20 years in prison.
How much violence and hatred is coming from the left? They're burning Teslas and shooting up dealerships. I totally understand if somebody doesn't want to buy a product. Yeah, it's up to you. It's free country, but you don't have to burn it down.
Meanwhile, some Tesla owners in Hawaii are trying to make it clear they don't support Musk's policies. One anonymous owner added this bumper sticker.
I've had a couple of people ask me where I bought it. They kind of laugh about it. I think they think it's a cute way of kind of, silently saying, hey, I'm not one of those Tesla owners. I'm a normal Tesla owner.
As for Bruce Fisher, he's glad he sold his Tesla before the 2024 election.
Really happy I did, given all the drama that's unfolding. I don't need people blowing up my car because of that one guy.
Eddie Dowd, Hawaii News Now.
Governor Josh Green has named his picks to fill 3 vacancies in Hawaii's court system. This week, he appointed Taryn Tomasa Gifford and Karen L. Holma to preside in the Circuit Court of the First Circuit in Honolulu. This follows his selection of Kauanoe Jackson to the Circuit Court on Hawaii Island. All 3 of the nominees are women. They were selected from lists provided by the Judicial Selection Commission. Live now to Kilauea, where the volcano is putting on a show yet again. Episode 16 of this ongoing eruption in Halema'u Mountain Crater began Monday night. Lava fountains have been exceeding 700 feet high, but it appears for now the volcano is taking a little bit of a break. Still very active, though. Low dome fountaining and overflows continue from the north vent, but the south vent has been the star so far in this episode. The fountain was so tall at some parts, Hawaii County Civil Defense says drivers on Highway 11 could see it. The agency is also warning the public about hot pumice, ash, and the glass strands known as Pele's hair that are falling on the highway. The trade winds usually push it all out into the Ka'u Desert, but yesterday there were light southerly winds pushing those hazards into the national park. Thankfully, it's mostly staying away from neighborhoods in the volcano area.
For people's safety, it's better not to stop and mess with the particles, because they are a high percentage of silica, which is glass, and they could be kind of irritating and cause some issues. But
the eruption means more fog will be lingering over parts of the island chain.
And happy Wednesday, everybody. Let's take a look at our actual fog forecast. Again, you're only going to find this on air here at Hawaii News Now. As we're going forward throughout the rest of Wednesday and Thursday, we're still seeing southerly and southeasterly winds across a majority of the island chain. That's going to change throughout Thursday afternoon and Friday. But for now, fog still impacting Hawaii Island, Maui County, Oahu, and Kauai, and in a little bit higher concentrations, especially with the most recent eruption. So lighter fog expected out there over the next couple of days could lower air quality over near Hawaii Island and areas just downwind of Kilauea. Even though the volcano is still taking a little bit of a break right now, we are seeing a little bit of that sulfur dioxide still impacting us. As we go into Friday, you'll notice we're going to be starting to see trade winds return. This is around Friday afternoon, all of the fog moving off to the west and southwest, so the atmosphere will be clearing just a little bit. You can see our winds outside right now. Overall southerly and southeasterly flow. I'll give you a further breakdown on this coming up.
Thank you, Drew. Coming up, a Maui nonprofit makes progress in restoring trees lost in the 2023 wildfires. Details of their extensive project. Plus, Hollywood is mourning the loss of actor Val Kilmer. I'll look back at his storied career. Welcome back. A Maui nonprofit is working to save trees that were damaged in the 2023 wildfires and replace the ones that were destroyed. Tree Recovery Hawaii says the wildfires burned about 21,000 trees in Lahaina and about 300 acres in Kula. So far, the group helped revive more than 150 trees in the burn zone, including the historic banyan. Volunteers also planted more than 6,000 trees at so-called grow hubs from Kapalua to Kaupo. Their newest location is the Kahului Airport.
The airport is one of the biggest exposures that we could have. We all talk about volunteerism. That has been the word of, I'd say, the past 10 years of volunteerism. How do we get tourists to help when they're here? This project allows that.
When fire survivors finish rebuilding their homes, they'll be invited to take trees and plants from the hubs. The group is looking for volunteers and donations. To get involved, look for the link at hawaiinewsnow.com. The Lahaina Restoration Foundation is asking for submissions to its new Lahaina Fire Archive. The digital memory bank will consist of photos, videos, and other digital content related to the wildfires. It also intends to support future research and education and guide rebuilding efforts. Submit materials to archive@lahainarestorationfoundation.org or call the number you see on your screen for more info. Hollywood icon Val Kilmer died of pneumonia Tuesday at just 65 years old. Kilmer starred in a number of blockbusters, but was also a great character actor over a career that spanned decades. Vlad Dutier has a look back.
You're everyone's problem. I don't like you because you're dangerous.
That's right. Nice, man.
Val Kilmer shot to global stardom in one of his most iconic Hollywood roles as hotshot pilot Tom "Iceman" Kazansky, playing opposite Tom Cruise in 1986 blockbuster film Top Gun.
You can be my wingman anytime.
A role he would later reprise almost 40 years later. Kilmer grew up just outside of Tinseltown in LA's San Fernando Valley. At just 17 years old, he was accepted to New York's Juilliard School. While there, he co-wrote and starred in his own play and made his Broadway debut in 1983. He made his Hollywood feature debut in the 1984 Cold War spy spoof Top Secret. What followed was a string of unpredictable roles in big-budget films.
Girl, we couldn't get much higher. Yeah!
As rocker Jim Morrison, Kilmer morphed into the sultry, psychedelic icon in Oliver Stone's The Doors.
I have a riddle for you.
Only to then suit up as the Caped Crusader to play Bruce Wayne's alter ego in 1995's Batman Forever. As a heartthrob with good looks, he could easily play the leading man. But he also fell right into place in an ensemble cast with iconic stars.
I'm your huckleberry.
Playing the quick-witted and deadly gunslinging Doc Holliday in the 1993 Western Tombstone, Kilmer left Hollywood to live on a ranch in Santa Fe, New Mexico while battling his health issues. He was diagnosed with cancer in 2014 and lost his voice to a tracheostomy in 2015.
I found that I've been run over by a cement mixer, but I feel better.
In that Entertainment Tonight interview, he addressed the difficulties of speaking, which was written into his return as Iceman in a cameo in Top Gun Maverick in 2022.
Who's the better pilot, you or me?
This is a nice moment. Let's not ruin it.
Vladimir Jutip, CBS News, New York.
And stick around. Coming up after the break, I'll give you a look at our first alert forecast. A better chance for rain over Kauai as we're going forward into Thursday and Friday.
First Alert Weather with Drew Davis.
Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. It's hump day. We're halfway through the week, but we've got a better chance for rain as we're going forward. Foggy skies, of course, are going to continue, and a cold front getting closer to the western half of the state, giving a better chance for rain on Thursday and Friday, and also as we're going forward into this weekend. Let's take a look at the overall weather pattern. Again, fog is going to continue to impact the entire island chain. Hazy conditions expected as we're going forward, and you can see trade winds are set to return Thursday afternoon, blowing the fog off towards the west and southwest as we see east and northeasterly winds continue. Again, we're going to continue to see hazy conditions out there today. Kona winds continue through at least today. Trades are set to return this weekend. Still warm and humid out there, however. That cold front's nearing us. It's off to our northwest right now. It's going to get closer and closer throughout Thursday and Friday, increasing the chance for Oahu and Kauai rainfall. Rain totals still are varying, so we might see some heavy rain over over Kauai, and then some parts of the island could be relatively dry. So we're tracking showers and a few isolated downpours as well. The front's expected to stall over Kauai Friday into Sunday. Trade wind showers, windward showers are also expected, and then trades are set to return this weekend. East-northeasterlies between 15 to 20 miles per hour. Breaking down the futurecast, you can see as we're going into Thursday, there's the front. It's off to our northwest. It's going to stall northwest of Kauai throughout Thursday, giving a better chance for rain throughout Friday as well. And you can see it just falls apart as it's staying over Kauai. Friday around 11 p.m. Still seeing some impacts throughout Saturday as well. Again, Maui County and Hawaii Island are not going to see as many impacts from this front, but we're still watching very closely. Most of the rain is going to be focused over Kauai and parts of Oahu. Your surf and shoreline forecast: north-facing shores for Wednesday afternoon around 3 to 5 feet. West-facing shores 2 to 4. Small in town. East-facing shores small as well. And just giving you a look at our swell forecast. Another swell is on the way from the northwest, which may trigger high surf advisories for north and west-facing shores. Take note of the timestamp there. That's around Saturday at 4 a.m. Then we're going to continue to see that be on the decline throughout Monday. Our first alert radar and satellite, you can very clearly see where this front is off to our northwest. We'll pull you a little bit further northwest. There it is. We're picking up the tops of these showers and rain shafts coming down, moving over closer to Kauai. Relatively quiet on the radar right now, but again, chances for rain increase as we're going forward into this upcoming Thursday and Friday. Their first alert 7-day forecast: hazy conditions throughout Wednesday, Thursday. Better chance for rainfall throughout Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend.
Thank you very much, Drew. Well, April is Volunteer Month, and Kanu Hawaii is leading the charge. Casey Lund tells us how we can get involved.
Good afternoon. As we recognize National and Hawaii Volunteer Month, there are so many opportunities. You know, we came here earlier during sunrise to talk about all those opportunities. A lot of them are connected through Kanu Hawaii, who we're going to talk to in just a minute. But Outrigger has a pretty unique opportunity for their team members. They give them paid time off. Take a look at this. To go out and choose a volunteer opportunity that they want, that they feel passionate about helping, and they get paid time off to do that. Would love to see more organizations like Outrigger Hospitality Group step up and again give those opportunities to their employees, to their team members to get out and make a difference. That's what Volunteer Month is all about. I'm with Keone Kealoha with Kanu Hawaii. Thank you so much for being with us today, my friend. I want to ask you, just your reaction to hearing about stories like that when you have these big. It is a big corporation. They got a lot of properties, and they're taking, obviously a financial hit to do that, to let folks go. But I'm sure they get a lot back in return.
It's an investment. Volunteer time off is something that, 70% of large recognized businesses are having to do now as an incentive to pull young talent into their company. So it's not really something that's too far off the mark. It's actually, it works well for the business to retain and bring in some of that young talent that they want to recruit. So it's getting more normalized, but I'd say in Hawaii, we're kind of behind the curve on that. So Outrigger, in a lot of ways, is leading the curve for us here.
We mahalo them for that. So today, earlier again this morning on Sunrise, we had a Rotary Club from Maui. We had Boys and Girls Club of Hawaii. We had Malama Learning Center. All these organizations come out here, share their stories. That's just a drop in the bucket when it comes to the organizations and the groups that need volunteers and need help. Can we help me? Give me the scope. There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. We've been at it for about 8 years, Volunteer Week, and it turned into Volunteer Month a couple of years ago. It's in celebration of the National Volunteer Month. When we do it local style, Volunteer Month Hawaii. Right now we've got a little over 435 nonprofits on the volunteer platform that we help to manage, but drop in the bucket as well, there's over 9,000 nonprofits in Hawaii, which is pretty high number per capita, but again, literally thousands of opportunities for you to get out and connect with.
Talk to me, Keone, about impact partners. This is an opportunity, as you had told me earlier, this month's about volunteering, but also recognizing those volunteers, right?
Right, really those are the two things that Volunteer Month is about. It's about service and it's about recognition. So the recognition part is where the Impact Partner program comes in. We want to connect with our local businesses that are giving back to their community. So we just ask, hey, if you're a local business and you want to allow your employees, or you got a small shop, or even an entrepreneur, you want to get out, we want to recognize that. So you can check out our website. We've got a program there for it's free. We just want to hype you up for doing the right thing. You know, find one opportunity during the month of April that you want to give back to, and then we want to reshare that on socials. We want to let people know that you're a business that's willing to get out there and give back.
Very good. Keone Kealoha with us from Kanu, Hawaii. Thank you so much. And a reminder, all those nonprofits that I mentioned that we've been talking to, and all the nonprofits that I talk to in a given week, we do a lot of work with them, are all feeling the squeeze right now with uncertainty when it comes to federal grants, federal funding. And so even if you can't donate to them, volunteering your time sometimes is just as good, if not better. So all those opportunities and connecting with Kanu Hawaii, the resources that they have to find you the right role to help out and make a difference at hawaiinewsnow.com. We'll send things back into the studio for now.
Well, lots of people were having fun with April Fool's jokes yesterday, like remember the Dallas Cowboys signing Patrick Mahomes yesterday.
Oh, that was so fun.
We kid. But
right.
Punahou announced yesterday that it will be expanding to Dubai. The school posted this picture of a futuristic campus, saying its ultimate goal is to have classes on Mars by 2030. Nice mock-up there.
Yeah, and we were hoping this one was real. In-N-Out Burger is coming to Maui. The photo shows a coming soon sign tied to a real estate board for Maui Business Park, and too bad it was just a prank. And you know, this made me pretty sad, but I think I still like Whataburger. You know, that's the burger chain in Texas.
Right.
It's delicious.
What are the strengths of Whataburger?
It's just cheap. It's fast. It's good.
Same reasons people love In-N-Out.
I like it though.
Have a great day, everyone.